to appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson at the point.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless, but they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
And the West, you know, is very difficult. But Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They've become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
Now, here's Bane. Following the miss by Marcus Morris. Brooks against Zubac. 5 on the clock. On the wing, Bane. Oh, good on the triple. And here's Jackson. Outside, George. Lets it go with the 3. Brooks grabs the board. And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. It's Brooks on the wing. Morant outside. Bane kicks to Brooks. The 3 from Morant. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. George against Morant. And it's George finishing it off.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
Jackson against Morant. Out to Brooks.
Walking foul call for one again. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Adams taking his time here. Jackson has the open look. And the 3 ball is good.
This is a big part of Jackson's game. It isn't the best looking shot, but it's deadly.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far.
And part of the Grizzlies' breakout 21-22 campaign, the emergence of Jaren Jackson Jr.
Triple J, GA, missed most of the 2021 season with a knee injury he sustained in the bubble. When he was back at 100% for the Grizz, he provided serious rim protection, plus the ability to hit a 3.
Now here's Morant. No good on the 3.
And even without that 3 ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And that one drops. George has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Outside Jackson. Passes it to Bane. On the wing, Brooks. He's covered by Leonard. Stolen by Jackson. Here's George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Strong take by Paul. He plays with great decisiveness.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he sinks the 2nd. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Outside for Jackson. In the corner, it's Bane. Morant against Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Here's Adams. Tries again. And he converts the layup.
Big man plays by Steven Adams, using all of his height to dominate the offensive glass and end the play.
Now, here is George. He has 5. And it's George finishing it off. It's back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Here's Morant. Pass to Bane. Jackson against Morant. crosses over, and the rejection by Zubats. The Clippers shoot their third free throw shot of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
Now, here is George. He has 7. And Adams sends it back. They get it back. Zubats, and too long on the shot.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Jackson passes to Adams. Outside, Bain. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Quick decision-making of Desmond Bain, not wasting any time going up with his shot.
Here's George. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. And that's now 9 points for George.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Bain, no good. George looking over the floor. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the dunk by Zubats.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Yeah, good job. Just staying alert there, snatching up that long rebound.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. We'll take a quick break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams, and it's a 5 roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Whether it's on the ball or off, Jaren Jackson has shown great awareness and timing as a shot blocker.
Grant, it's good.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, this offense is there.
Now Jackson. Out to Morris. This one for 3. Here's Zubats. Second chance shot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And the first one drops. Hey, Steve, you've won an NBA title, but also you've got some gold medal memories. How does it compare, winning for a city versus representing and winning for your country?
Kevin, both incredibly proud moments. Winning an NBA title is awesome, but also winning a gold medal for your country, you said it, it's representing your country. It was a dream come true.
Outside Leonard. Zubats finds Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. In the corner, George with it. 3-pointer. The Grizzlies pull it in.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Brooks, the pass to Bain. Morant outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Clippers leading by 3. Leonard looking over the floor. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Stolen by Jackson. Leonard inside. Brooks covering. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Kawhi Leonard with multiple finals MVPs, putting him in elite company.
GA, not many guys have done it ever. The only other current players, KD and LeBron, That should tell you just how special the claw is. You know, when you have a guy like Kawhi Leonard, so much of what you do goes through him. You trust him. You trust his abilities.
Here's Adams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Grizzlies shoot their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
You know, the one thing Steven Adams gives you, night in and night out, is toughness. He helps your team set a physical tone.
Jackson against Morant. Leonard with no one around. Misses the three. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Bain kicks to Brooks. They get a hand on it, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
Leonard, the pass to Zubats. Back to Leonard. Nice move. He takes it up and lays it in. Leonard's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Clippers.
The way they've been going after steals in this game, it has been super impressive. They are wreaking havoc right now.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Adams, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Adams has got his second basket.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention, got his teammate a clean look.
Bain against George. And the wide open shot from Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Bain kicks to Morant. Gets in and opening this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
Look how Ja just glides through the contact. He's such a nimble player.
Outside Jackson. Here's George, and there's the drive. Brooks grabs the board.
How much mustard on that hot dog do you really need? I know he's going for the big finish, but he didn't need to do all that.
In the corner, it's Bain. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
You see the impressive leaping ability. Bain getting off the ground with ease.
Outside, George. 20 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Outside for Jackson. And he hits it to tie the game up. Jackson's got 6 points.
Nice play, and credit Jaren for being shot ready. He knew the play was coming to him, and he knocked it down.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't... Second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Paul George really making a difference here.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not selling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Batuma's out there with Robert Covington, and it's man in at the small forward. Green, the pass to Tillman. 5 to shoot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Nicholas Batum. Memphis shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
They shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
And he can't hit the second. The Clippers in the lead. Wall passes to Batum. Reverses. He lays it in.
And just taking pride in being their leader, these passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better. And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action, bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
Aldama can't hit. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. All taking his time here. He dishes it to Covington. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
Inside, Robert doesn't hold back. He does whatever it takes to get his shot off.
Pass to Aldama. Here's Conchar. Driving in. Kicks it out to Jones. Off target with his 3. Los Angeles leading by 6. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Tries the spin move. The pass to man. Shot from the wing. And it's put back in by Powell. Powell's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Look at the reach and vertical by Norman Powell. Extends the possession. Tough break for the defense there.
All with the steal. Yep, that one goes.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Aldama passes to Green. Shot to stop the run, and it's good on the layup.
For his career, more than half of Green's shots have been three-pointers, but he can also hurt you a little in the lane.
Wall against Jones. Batum trying to break loose. Wall's shot is good. Wall's got the lead back up to 10 now for the Clippers. Outside, Jones. On the wing, Green. Takes a 3. No good on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. Passes it to Powell. Launches a 3. That shot, no good. For Memphis, they've got just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. Tillman's shot is off. And it's the Clippers' ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Outside, Wall. 1:05 left here in the third quarter. And the shot goes in.
Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. Like how Wall attacks and looks to score when the opportunity presents itself.
Jones looking for an opening. Covington with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. And Wall slams it home.
You can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Jones.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Wall against Jones. Back to Wall. Tillman grabs the miss. Here's Conchar, guarded by Powell. Green passes to Aldama. Jones for 3. That one's not going to go. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all that. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. On the wing, George, guarded by Jackson. Pocket 6 from the wing. The shot by George, no good.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Brooks dishes to Morant. Leonard against Bain. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Strong moving to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
Good.
And if you're the defender, you have to respect the ability of Jackson to finish. That opens things up for the assist.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Out to Brooks. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Zubac. Brooks grabs the board. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Adams finds Morant. Outside Jackson. Out to Morant. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Back to Bain. And the layup good off the glass. That's now 8 points for Desmond Bain.
Great footwork from Bain, finding his opening.
Jackson passes to George. Looking to get it going. And then George with the jam.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Morant outside. Outside for Jackson. Back to Morant. On the wing, Jackson. Down low. It's tipped. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there. Try to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball. And he did that.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pass to George. Takes it from 10. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Morant.
The defense on George a little too tight there. But to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
Now here's Morant. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Bain for 3. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
George with the bucket.
Always a threat to get to the rim. This time, Paul George pulls up and buries it.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Bain for 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting a 5-for-8 clip.
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
On the wing, Morris. Back to George. This one for 3. The shot comes out, and it's Memphis the other way. Bain passes to Brooks. Outside Jackson. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Bane with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Morant missing. Clippers leading by 13.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Clippers.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jordan.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
George against Bane. Morris outside. From outside the arc. A shot off that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
Brooks kicks to Bane. Left side Adams. Stolen by Jackson. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
And for the Grizzlies, inside it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
Russell against Moran. The three is up. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And then Morant with the dunk.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Morant is adept at creating offenses for himself.
You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
The NBA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
Now here's Adams. From deep, Bain. Nice start for him. Taking his first shot.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And here's Minnesota now. It's a 5-point game. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And just about a minute into this first quarter. Now Morant. Outside Bain. Outside for Morant. McDaniels against Brooks. Clock is at 3. Jackson can't get it to go. And here's Minnesota now. Russell with the ball. Started by Morant. McDaniels, that's good.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Here's Morant. Knocked loose. To the inside. And he slams it in one-handed.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Outside Morant. Outside for Brooks. Jackson on the wing. From downtown. Minnesota with a rebound.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Oh, he's got some hops. Morant, this man loves to attack the rim whenever he gets the chance. And when I mean any chance, I mean any chance.
Now here's McDaniels. Back to Russell. Pass to Towns. The kick out to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Launches a 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Up top, Morant. Guarded by Russell. Here's Jackson on the wing Bain. Outside for Brooks. Down low. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And that one's good. Morant.
Point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Edwards against Bain. Towns. Not going to go that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Outside Morant. Jackson outside. Back to Morant. Inside. McDaniels against Brooks. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Russell, the pass to Gobert. Count that bucket. Gobert's got his second basket of the game.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat.
Now here's Morant. 6 points for him. Comes up empty down low.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
McDaniels passes to Towns. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Just magnificent. I mean, he punishes the D for lackluster effort.
They look a little disorganized there, but the result is an emphatic jam.
Yeah, when you're not locked in on defense, they will make you pay with an easy finish there.
With his level of quickness, it's tough to keep up defensively.
And here's Edwards. Shoots. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Edwards got 5.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Timberwolves ahead. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves? on the court for Minnesota. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the point guard position. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
A great score. Morant showing his poise on that shot.
Well, as you know, Grant, this game can be so hard on your body. As a player, how do you determine the difference between being hurt versus being injured?
That's a great question, B.A. Look, sometimes as players, you need someone to protect them from themselves. Today's game, the teams today are so smart about protecting players and preventing things from getting worse. But it really comes down to the players, the doctors, the team overall, just being smart and having a big picture about the injuries.
And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That'll be a second foul of the game. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Outside for Brooks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Morant. Memphis needs to get off a shot.
On defense, Gobert expertly uses his size and length, making himself into a wall.
Outside Edwards. And stolen by Bane. Here we go, one-on-one. Adams, the pass to Jackson. Tipped. Second quarter basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. And stolen by Morant. And now the Grizzlies on the run. The finish! Here's Adams. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies. The Timberwolves trail. To the paint. And Edwards slams it in.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Now here's Bane. Outside Morant. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
So good at staying in attack. When Morant is going at defenses, he forces them to foul him.
Good on the second one. So it's Minnesota now. Russell with the ball. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Now here's Morant. Jackson with a screen on Russell. From deep, Morant. Edwards pulls it in. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Russell from outside. He buries it from 3. And now it's a 5-point Minnesota lead.
No hesitation from Russell. I like seeing him make quick decisions and take these shots.
Outside for Brooks. Back to Morant. From the arc. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Russell finds Edwards. Crosses over. It's McDaniels on the wing. Back to Gobert. 5 to shoot. Here's Edwards. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That's on Steven Adams. Free throw good, Edwards. And both free throws good for Edwards. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Bane, the pass to Morant. To the middle. Here's Adams. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota in the lead. Russell with the ball. He's picked up by Adams. Back to Russell. Inside. McDaniels against Brooks. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Gobert's got 4 points in the quarter.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Moran against Russell. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
The defensive chops of Towns, able to use his length and timing to stifle shooters.
Here's Bain. He's got 5. Jackson on the wing. 5 on the clock. Pass to Adams.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
To the inside. Jackson. Outside for Moran. There's the drive. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Moran has been deadly accurate tonight.
That shot missing. And the first half comes to
the Timberwolves 30.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
They've got John Conchar. Also, Tyus Jones out there. Danny Green is out there with Xavier Tillman. And it's Aldama in at the 4-man position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Outside for Green. There's the triple. Counted from distance. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And Danny Green gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Anderson inside. The layup misses. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Pass to Conchar. Here's Tillman. Oh, and Reed with a block. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Reed's got his first 2 points.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here's Jones. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Tillman.
Minnesota foul. Jordan McLaughlin. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Conchar. Back to Jones.
Minnesota foul. Colian Pierce. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Pass to Aldama. Back to Tillman. 4 on the clock. Jones from outside. That shot off. For Minnesota, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Down low. Here's Anderson. Now Reed. Here's McLaughlin. Off target from outside. Here's Conchar to the paint. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. To the middle. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Can you say Immediate entry into the highlight reel. Woo, what a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Oh, and Reed with a block. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Anderson. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Memphis trailing here. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Green for three. Hits the three-pointer. Green's got 6.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Memphis foul. Salty Alvarez. First personal foul. Second team foul.
1:43 left in the third quarter. Blocked! Now here's Green. 6 points for him.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Third team foul.
Jones in the post. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. This for the tie! And it's laid up and in by Green. And this game is tied up now.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
Inside. Here's Anderson. Lays it up and banks it in. Anderson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Pass to Aldama. Here's Conchar. Left side, Green. Back to Conchar. Shot clock at 6. Minnesota with a rebound.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. And it's hammered home by Green.
Oh, that's great basketball. Denying them on one end while grabbing points on the other.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Prince. And the officials call the over the back. A little too aggressive there.
He gets called for the over the back. He thought he could slip through the cracks and grab the rebound.
And this is why we say block out. It is a fundamental thing that is often overlooked and hurts you every time.
And no luck that time either. Pass to McDaniels. Towns with the ball. Back to Daniels. Towns with the ball. At the buzzer!
Great job ending the court.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Russell in at the point.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
Jones, the pass to Green. He's locked in. Green's his 5th shot in as many attempts.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. Outside McDaniels. Misses the 3. Memphis has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Brooks from outside. That one doesn't drop. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Towns passes to Gobert. Back to Towns. Pass to Gobert. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Gobert's got 4 points in the quarter.
Incredible balance on that take. You've got to respect watching Gobert muscle his way through the defense.
And Morant gets it to go.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
Now Russell. Down low. Here's Gobert. And the jam by Gobert.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
Outside Morant. Oh, that was pure. He's got another one. Now 10 for 12.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Here's Towns. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing.
Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Hold shot away from the big moment. No hesitation from Jackson Jr. on that shot.
Russell up top. Here he goes. Outside McDaniels. Back to Russell. Pass to McDaniels. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's Towns. And too long on the shot.
And he's very confident from that range. He can't make him out.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Outside for Morant. McDaniels with the rebound.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Russell, that's good.
Inside the paint, Russell stays so nimble, helping him get such a high percentage look.
Outside Morant. Puts it up. And down it goes. 2 points. Morant's got 25 points.
Give this man the ball and he will make something happen. Morant rises to the occasion, man.
Russell, the pass to Gobert. Shakes him. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And the trust this team has in Gobert. They know he looks to come up huge in the clutch.
Morant against Russell. And stolen by Edwards. Russell, pass to Edwards. It's McDaniels on the wing. Back to Towns. Fader on the way. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Morant, the pass to Adams. Kicks it out to Jackson. Edwards against Brooks. Here's Morant. Oh, good D by Edwards. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Pass to McDaniels. Now Towns. And so it's Minnesota with the W. Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight.
did, and it showed, and it was fun to watch. Terrific. David, thanks. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Russell passes to Gobert. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
George dishes to Leonard. Back to George. Fires from deep. Gobert pulls it in. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
Little turnaround. They get it again. Here's Zubac, goes back up, and that's 2 points on the leg.
Yeah, the coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West. Well, this is why Rudy Gobert shoots such an outstanding percentage. He consistently knows what shots to take.
George. Here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Second free throw, no good. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past, just keep evolving as a team. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
George looking around, and George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. But Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
If he's that close to the cup, Rudy Gobert knows how to finish.
Pass to Jackson. Inside, it's stolen by Gobert. George against Edwards. Out to Russell. Here's McDaniel, and finished off by McDaniel.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
That's how you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Morris. That one's off, still out of sync.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
Well, no doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
The other defender all over.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Timberwolves?
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunity.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities. Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Edwards kicks to Towns. Shot clock at 6. Over Morris. Back to Towns. There's the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here. They had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are close.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they've played together as a unit over this last stretch.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
One of the things that's been said before, but is so accurate, Paul George's ability to improve himself is really quite remarkable. This guy is always looking for ways to add to an already stellar game.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
It's George on the wing. McDaniels defended.
Excellent job reading the defense. Not content to go to that perimeter game. Paul George inside. Nice.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Russell passes to McDaniels. Off target from outside. George finds Morris. Back to George. To the paint. Here's Zubac. Misses in close. For 3, Edwards. And that one released in time, but no good. Rudy Gobert, he's feeling it tonight and has been the... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves to be in. What do you think, guys?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
On the court for Minnesota. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels at the 3.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young. Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Russell against Jackson. Some solid defense there from Jackson. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet. And that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
Here's Russell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
I'll tell you, proving how dangerous he can be inside. D'Angelo Russell forcing the defense to make a commitment.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
A 3 from Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
And it's good for 2. And that's 10 points for Rudy Gobert.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
Greg, you look at a player putting up big numbers on a losing team. How do you determine if those are quality numbers, so to speak?
You know, Kevin, it's a great question because somebody's going to put up points or collect rebounds or get assists. So, you know, you look at efficiency, you look at effort, and there's no doubt that you can have winning players on losing teams.
Here's Russell. Can't get it to fall. Clippers trail by 13, and D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Outside, George. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his fifth basket.
Because of the diverse offensive arsenal of Paul George, these kinds of nights are easy for him.
Up top, Russell, guarded by Jackson. Count it. Russell's got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Russell against Jackson. And stolen by Russell. Towns for 3. You can't get that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Goes up on the wing. A 3 from Morris. And he gets it to go off the back of the rim. Morris has got his first basket.
Nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Russell dishes to Gobert. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Morris kicks to George. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
And there's the pass to Edwards. Rebound by the Clippers. Right side, George. Outside for Jackson. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, you can see Anthony Edwards trying to probe and create an opportunity to get off the dribble drive, sees that window, and exploits it.
Morris passes to Jackson. Over Russell. Here's Zubac with 1 on the clock. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
What aggressive.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back.
19, the Timberwolves. 30.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Batum is out there with Robert Covington, and it's man in a 3 spot.
John Wall, of course, the #1 pick back in 2010. Game is large. But boy, he has added strength to that incredibly long frame. He has been a force to be reckoned with.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. To the middle, here's Mann. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Prince, the pass to Anderson. Here's Noel. Passes to Reed. Batum with the steal. It's Powell on the wing, headed by Prince. Covington with the bucket.
This is about perseverance and passion. Robert Covington refuses to be denied.
Anderson, a screen on Wall. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Timberwolves lead by 10. Wall looking it over. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. No good, shot missing. Timberwolves leading by 10. Powell with the steal. On the wing, Batum. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The rebound by Prince. The Timberwolves shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Reed with it. Batum's there. Noel passes to Reed. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Timberwolves have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. That one is no good. Clippers trail by 11. Pass the wall. Down low. Here's Batum. That shot off. Good D by Anderson. It's stolen by Wall. A shot by Batum, no good. Pass to Reed. Here's Noel. A runner. And that one goes long.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
And stolen by Prince. Here's Noel. Covered by Wall. Noel, no good. Clippers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Now here's Powell. Tight defense on him. Here's Batum. Banked in off the glass.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. That time sets up his teammate.
Here's McLaughlin. Covered by Wall. Here's Anderson. Shoots over Covington. There's the pass to Noel. Inside. Here's Reed. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Wall. Reed with the rebound. Wall's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Batum with the steal. And that's a foul called on Naz Reed. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Powell finds Wall. No good that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. Prince wide open. Oh, good with the triple. And so Powell will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
See, the athleticism of Norman Powell is a problem. This guy understands how to get defenders committed to him.
Norman Powell. 2 shots.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Minnesota leading by 10. Passes it to McLaughlin. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Reed. Here's McLaughlin. Back to Reed. And that one is stuffed right through.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, this guy's so explosive. And John Wall knows how to draw contact when he gets to the rack.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Russell dishes to Towns. It's tipped. It's stolen by Wall. Here's Mann. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Kicks it out to Covington. And good. Coming off the assist by Wall.
Let's remember, Robert Covington Jackson is a guy who has hit over 200 three-point shots in the season. You better guard him from out there.
Russell with a wide-open look. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. But it's no good. The third quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves lead by 7. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Timberwolves leading by 7. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the 1. Edwards inside, defended by George. Clock at 4. Towns for 3. Good on the triple. Towns has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Minnesota.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns has that face-up three-point shot definitely in the offensive arsenal. You better put a hand up.
Here's Jackson. Pass to Zubac. It's stolen by Gobert. Russell inside. Jackson on him. Gobert can't hit. Clippers trail by 10. And George, here we go. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Towns, the pass to Gobert, and finished off by Gobert.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Gobert with the block. Russell looking around. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. George against Edwards. The turnaround jumper. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Well, that's a high percentage look for Paul George. Easily cashing in thanks to that effortless shooting motion.
Jackson against Russell. The pass to Edwards. Now here's McDaniel. Defense right on him.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Jackson against Russell. Jackson kicks to George. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Minnesota leading by 11. Outside, Russell. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And Jackson gets it to go.
Well, the ability to catch and shoot, the rising fire from Reggie Jackson on point.
Now Russell. To the inside. And Towns throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's George. Jackson has the open look. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. To the middle. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, Rudy Gobert is in rhythm, and it's not often you see him dominate from the offensive end, but right now he's cooking.
Here's George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
At the line for LA, Paul George.
And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Minnesota.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Rudy Gobert.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
Timberwolves on offense. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Russell kicks to Edwards. Dishes it to Towns. Back to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Out to Russell. Outside, Towns. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. 15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The three from George. And the Clippers miss again. Russell with it. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was...
Making is always rewarding, and as a player you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Payne and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point. And for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the one. It's rebounded by Morris. And it's the Clippers ball. It's George on the wing. And the jam by George.
And Paul George had great position that time. An easy deuce.
Jackson against Morant. Outside Payne. Clock at 6. Jackson, pass to Payne. Ooh, Morris with a steal. Leonard, left side. About a minute played here so far in the first. Here's Jackson. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
And that one's good for Brooks.
High percentage look right off the bat.
George against Bain. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. The shot misses. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of. Well, that was clearly a foul.
The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep rim.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA. So they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps that you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep.
Now here's Zubac. George, right side. 6 to shoot. Ooh, some solid defense from Adams.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Brooks, the pass to Morant. And the layup is good off the glass.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
George passes to Zubac. The shot, no good. Ooh, some solid defense from Adams. On the wing, Bain. Pass to Brooks. Left side, Bain. From outside the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. It's George on the wing. Guarded by Bain. Bain against George. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 4 rebounds in the game. Now Morant. 1:49 left in the first quarter. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
The quick feet of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
George against Bain to end the run. George with the bucket.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Outside Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Brooks, right side. It's stolen by Leonard. And it's the Clippers on the break. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul. First team foul.
That one misses.
The line for LA, Marcus Morris Sr.
He hits the second from the line. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Now here's Morant. He's got 6. On the wing, Bain. Pass to Jackson. Back to Bain. 3-pointer. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
George against Bain. George passes to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. And no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bain finds Brooks. Now here's Adams. Adams a screen. Jackson, the pass to Adams. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to George. Here's Jackson. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Grizzlies up 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the court for the Grizzlies, Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in a dependent spot, manning the middle. Here's George. He's got it. 3 for 7 now.
You might operate primarily on the perimeter, playing out of pick and roll and spotting up the threes, but PG could score on the inside.
Now here's Morant. He's got 6. Brooks outside. Outside Morant. Morant with the slam!
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Here's George. He's got 6. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Ja Morant picks one up.
The standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of the game.
And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brett.
Yeah, BA, with all of that experience, he's able to switch on so many different guys, and he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package.
Here's Brooks. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And Brooks drops them both. You know, Grant, sometimes with certain flagrant fouls, you'll hear people say it was a dirty play, but not a dirty player. But when does it become both?
Well, we all understand, BA, dirty plays aren't good for the game, but sometimes a flagrant foul will happen. A lot of times, though, you have to factor in a pattern of behavior. I really believe players who have a history of being called for a lot of flagrant fouls plays a big role in how it's perceived.
Now here's Brooks. Adams finds Bain. Back to Adams. Shoots over Zubac. And it's Adams missing. The Clippers trail. George outside. And it falls. 4 for 8 for him from the floor.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Here's Morant. Outside for Brooks. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Bain. Good, and the setup by Morant. Bain's gotten his first basket of the night.
And Morant is a natural leader, someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Here's George. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Almost converts despite the contact.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Yeah, getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Now here's Bain. Back to Brooks. Shot clock at 5. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Here's Morant. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Defense. LA basketball.
The Clippers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Jackson outside. Takes it inside. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Just dicing through the lane there was Reggie Jackson.
Moran against Jackson. Brooks, the pass to Bain. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
It's George on the wing, guarded by Bain. Jackson outside. Leonard outside. Here's the 3. The offensive rebound.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about a player. Now here's Moran. Give him 8. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. 13.
There's 53 seconds left in the half. Kicks it out to Jackson. Over to the left wing. Clock at 6. Back to Moran. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Moran's got 4 points now in the quarter. Leonard outside. George outside. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. George has got 14 points.
You love how Kawhi has developed this part of his game, just able to find teammates and rack up assists.
Morant with the bucket.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Pass to Morris. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very...
Fans, put your hands together and get loud for the Jabberwockies.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Paul George has been sensational.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Wall and Powell in the backcourt duo. Robert Covington is out there with Nicholas Batum. And it's Mann in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Now here's Wall. Jones grabs the board. Memphis leading. Outside, Green. Left side, Jones. Pass to Aldama. Stolen by Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Getting up and finishing with muscle. Love seeing Wall attack the basket with ferocity.
Here's Aldama. Pass to Green. On the wing, Jones. Outside for Green. The 3 is up. The Clippers grab the miss. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Wall against Jones. Wall, the pass to Covington. Over Jones. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Wall. He takes it in. And the big finish by Wall.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington. I know this much about Robert Covington. You'll never find him short on effort. This is a high-energy guy on both ends of the floor.
Here's Jones. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That'll belong to John Wall. Well, Brett, any team loves to have a guy like Covington setting an example with his all-out play.
Yeah, BA, you know how there are guys that bring along everybody with their offensive game? Covington does that with the defense. He's out there, he gives effort, he dives on the floor, he's going for loose balls, and all of a sudden the energy of the team is right behind Robert Covington's defense.
Now here's Wall. And it's blocked. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
2 on the clock. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Memphis trailing here. Jones with the ball. And there's the drive. Here's Aldama. Offline with a 3.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Covington, he's open. He can't get that one to fall. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Pass to Tillman. And here's Jones. Here's Aldama. And stolen by Covington. Ball with it. Green picks him up. It's Powell on the wing. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Covington. Picked it. Here's Tillman. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Outside for Green. Sinks the tray. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
This is bread and butter stuff here. If you're tasked with trying to stop Green, you can't give him any space on a catch and shoot opportunity.
Now here's Wall. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And the free throw, no good.
And after a series of major injuries, Wall still remains one of the more athletic players in this league.
Pass to Aldama. A minute 20 left in the third. And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. There's a minute 17 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Ball against Jones. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
What an effort from Wall on the play. Refusing to let the foul stop him from taking the shot.
And he knocks down the first one. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Grizzlies have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Here's Conchar. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
59 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Wall. Powell outside. From 11 feet away. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Memphis is gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Conchar drives in. The shot's good. Conchar's got 4 points this quarter.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Jones against Wall. And he banks in the layup. Wall's got 9 points here in the second half.
Assertive play by Wall inside. Pushing hard to find himself a shot. Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give him another possession at all.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Here's Aldama. No good. That's the end of the third, and it's tied up. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure And so it's Memphis with it. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
They're just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Out to Leonard. Launches a three. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Back to Morant. Back to Bain. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Brooks. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. The Clippers trail. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Here's George. Oh, hey, how about that?
That's impressive. Paul George dunk contest, maybe a little over, but I love to see him get up.
Brooks finds Jackson. Outside for Morant. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Oh, touch off the glass. Jackson's got his first points of the night.
Finishing through contact. Jackson showing why a 6'11" guy with real shooting ability is so dangerous.
Pass to Jackson. Kicks it to George. To take the lead. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
Well, Paul George can play in the supportive role, and then he can do things like that where he just decides to take over.
Morant against Jackson. Outside Bain. Jackson outside. There's the block. Jackson outside. Out to Leonard. Pass to Zubats. Adams grabs the miss. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Can you say prime time player Morant? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
George against Bain. And the foul on Steven Adams. That's his first foul of the game.
First 2.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Jackson pass to Morris. Back to Jackson. 5 to shoot. Oh, the swat by Adams.
And Steven Adams just throwing that one out of the way.
Brooks with it. Guarded now by Morris. Adams. And here's Morant outside. The Clippers grab the miss. It's George on the wing. Guarded by Bain. Leonard against Brooks. Pass to Bain. Right side Morant. Now here's Adams. Morant, pass to Adams. Brooks outside. Over Leonard. That one a little long. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. George outside. Pass to Jackson. Oh, stolen by Morant. Brooks outside. Counted. Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
George outside. Leonard for 3. That one is off. Now Memphis takes it the other way. And here's Morant. Jackson on the wing. side for Morant. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
Great to see Ja operate without the ball. Just a versatile point.
Pass to Adams. Now Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. For 3. And they get it back. And so the Grizzlies take the win. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
The focus tonight has to be on the front court matchup. It figures to be a battle of big men down low.
Well, you know, Kevin, no question about it. These are two very talented teams in the post. I mean, each used to owning the advantage in the paint, and I'm very interested to see the chess match inside tonight.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position.
How about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Also with a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Memphis. Adams finds Morant. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And it just seems like Morant is always ready to outwork the defense. A big effort pays off for him there inside.
Russell with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Russell passes to Gobert. Here's McDaniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Russell dishes to McDaniels. The three. They turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Morant looking around. A beautiful reverse layup. Morant's got 6 points.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
The kick out to Town. Gobert trying to get open, and Towns the bucket on the assist by Russell.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Out to Morant. Adams down low. Gobert on him. It's stolen by Edwards. Russell inside. Guarded by Morant.
Boy, deceptive athleticism that Russell has for a point guard. This young man is sneaky in his ability to get up.
Morant against Russell. And that one's good. Morant. He's got 8.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Outside Edwards. Rebounded by Jackson.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
The 3 from Morant. Towns with the steal. Russell passes to McDaniels. It's hauled in by Adams. Memphis leading. Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns has had?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
Just 4 to shoot. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Towns. Jackson kicks to Bain. Outside for Jackson. They get the rebound. Morant outside. Offline with his 3. It's Gobert with the ball for the Timberwolves. They trail by 1. And the dunk by Towns.
Towns slamming it down to show the defense exactly what he can do. That was a pretty dominant move by the Cat.
Here's Bain. Here's Adams. In the corner, it's Bain. Adams, the pass to Morant. Nice hit again, and the layup is good. Morant's got 10 points. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Edwards. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Really important for this team to get production from Edwards. When he's aggressive in scoring the ball, they go to another level.
He hits the second from the line. Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Edwards, that's good.
Boy, great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
Morant against Russell. Now here's Morant. Guarded closely. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The Timberwolves shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And you can make a case and argue that Cat is perhaps one of the greatest, if not the greatest, shooting big man of all time. And he's still got a lot of runway in front of him for his career.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Timberwolves and getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And you're just asking to get burned when you give Morant a lane, using that speed to his advantage.
Russell passes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Out to Brooks from the arc. And it's out of bounds. They say nice touch by Adams.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
Minnesota in the lead. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Morant throws it down.
Well, Morant is certainly making his presence felt on offense. He's in total attack mode.
Russell kicks to Edwards. All three off the mark. For Memphis, they've gone 2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And how about that display of athleticism by Morant, flying up in the air for the jam. In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Outside Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in him.
Hey, Craig, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
And finished off by Morant.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. Three-pointer. Brooks grabs the board. For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. On the wing, Bain. Outside for Jackson.
Blocking foul on Anthony Edwards. Second personal foul. First team foul.
A minute 42 left in the second quarter. Bain passes to Morant. 4 on the shot clock. Brooks dishes to Jackson. And he threw the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. It's on Anthony Edwards. And it's Morant missing.
And having Gobert gives them such a daunting presence on D. He can affect every shot in his area.
Outside, Russell. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Gobert, good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one.
And not the same skinny guy he was when he entered the league. Gobert a lot less affected by contact these days.
Brooks kicks to Morant. Left side, Bain. Here's Adams. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Here's Edwards going inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Edwards got his 2nd bucket tonight.
How about the amazing crossover there? Demonstrating exactly how dangerous he can be when he's got the rock in his hand.
Morant with it. He's picked up by Russell. Brooks with no one around. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Morant outside. Jackson passes to Morant. And the basket is good. Morant's got 10 points in the quarter.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
A 3 from Anderson. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. And no good on the last second attempt this time. John Morant has been.
The Grizzlies, 26.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Green, and it's Conchar in a shooting guard.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day, Greg, falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
Oh, it's way more common now. And let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go.
And Jordan McLaughlin picks up the foul here. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Jones, the pass to Aldama. Pass to Conchar. 6 to shoot. Inside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. This is his first free throw of the game.
And you know, you'll take what you can give you from free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line. You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
They're at the limit already. That, to me, is just lazy defense.
Here's Jones. Misses the layup. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Takes it inside, and McLaughlin gets it to go.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim. The
pass to Aldama. Back to Jones. Pass to Aldama. And he takes the fantastic lead pass out strong for the slam.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. Can't cash in from close range.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
To the wing on the left. Aldama passes to Concha. Shoots the three. Aldama can't hit. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Prince. Anderson's got his first points of the game.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Conchar, the pass to Green. Here's Conchar. Pass to Aldama. Here's Green. And he banks in the layup. Green's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, Green showing us another layer of his game right here. I mean, I like to see him attack like that on occasion.
Here's McLaughlin. Up and in on the layup. McLaughlin's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Outside, Jones, and Prince comes to help. Jones kicks to Green. And the foul called on Xavier Tillman. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. McLaughlin, the pass to Reed for the lead, and the foul called on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here is Anderson. Passes it to McLaughlin. Lays it up and banks it in. McLaughlin's got 9.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Memphis. A 2-point game. And the pass to Concha. Here's Tillman. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Bend the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence. Even with the miss, you got the big one there to put them in front.
Here's Tillman. Misses from close range. And we just finished the third quarter, and we got a tight ball game here. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Minnesota in the lead. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Brooks, left side. In the corner, it's Bain. Out to Brooks. Memphis moving that ball around. And finished off by Morant.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
And it's Towns missing. The Grizzlies shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Jackson in the corner. Gobert against Adams. Morant passes to Bain. Jackson a screen on Edwards. Now the dish to Jackson. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Russell kicks to Gobert. And slammed dunk by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league
0.
Morant outside. In the corner, it's Bain. Outside, Jackson. Out to Morant. Just 5 to shoot. And McDaniels with the block. Russell with it. He's picked up by Morant. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Russell. Russell's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And the bulk of Gobert's offense is going to come down low. Even if the D knows that, it can still be tough to stop.
And it's Morant missing. Timberwolves leading by 3, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Pass to McDaniels. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. McDaniels got the lead up to 5 now for the Timberwolves. Morant against Russell. It's Brooks on the wing. He feeds it to Morant. And it's Russell with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Towns kicks to Russell. Dishes to Gobert. Pass to Towns. Shot clock at 6. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And if he gets looks that plainly, Gobert becomes unstoppable. He makes good use of his body and just wills himself to a foul.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Morant right side. And Morant throws it down.
No stranger to big moments. Morant wants to be the man to take and make the big shot.
Here's Russell. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. For Memphis, they've gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his 1st foul of the game. There's 1:40 left in the 4th quarter. Now, here's Morant for 3.
And that's Russell. I mean, he has the length to disrupt and bother shots, even against bigger or more explosive athletes.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Morant against Russell. Passes it to Adams. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
And the dunk by Jackson.
And that's a player with no fear. Jackson steps to the forefront, goes out and gets them a massive bucket.
Russell with it. Defended by Adams. Gobert with the pass to Russell. There's McDaniels. Yes!
Big score at this point in the game, folks. D'Angelo can't do it any better than that.
46 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And it's Morant missing. Jackson against Towns. Out to Russell. Here's Edwards. The dish to Gobert. Back to Edwards for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. And it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Brooks misses. Russell against Brooks. Russell kicks to Towns. Back to Russell. And so the Timberwolves take the win. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Sure to be lots of snappy ball movement in this one. These teams have incredibly strong passing games.
Yes, they do, BA. Some great basketball minds on both teams who can just pick you apart with their playmaking. I'm sure they won't make it easy on each other.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard in the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Now here's George. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. And the Clippers with the ball. Morris outside. 6 on the shot clock.
We know he likes to block shots, but Rudy Gobert's impact on contesting shots just as important.
And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it.
Trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern. He's taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scorers.
Now here's George. Oh, and then dunked by George.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Here's Russell. Drops in the layup for 2.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
George outside. Leonard on the wing. Let's go with a 3. Morris outside. Back to Jackson. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Russell the pass to Edwards. George with a steal. To the inside. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
This is why you love to run the offense through Leonard. Have to play him to score. That opens up passing lanes.
Russell from outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Russell's got 5.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Edwards against George. Here's Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
You see his length, the explosion, making sure of that one.
Russell against Jackson. And there's the rejection. And they'll keep possession. 6 to shoot. Second chance shot. Edwards. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And the first one at the line is good. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, BA, one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
Morris for three. On target from range. Morris has got his second basket on the night.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
With the crossover, and Russell with the lay-in.
Yeah, inside the paint, Russell stays so nimble, helping him get such a high percentage look.
Edwards against George. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Up top, Jackson, guarded by Russell. Jackson gets the bucket.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Russell against Jackson. McDaniels from long range. And another three from Minnesota.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open.
McDaniels against Leonard. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Minnesota's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Russell into the lane. Good efficiency. He's trained 4 out of 5.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
George outside. Driving to the basket. Here's Zubac. Uses the glass on the layup. Zubac has gotten his second bucket.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now here's Russell. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clock.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
George outside. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Russell. And he drops the first.
Shooting for LA, Paul George.
It's both from the stripe.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Pass to Russell. It'll count. And that's not going to go. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. The T-Wolves on top. Up to... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They're unselfish. They're passing the ball well, setting up teammates, playing team basketball, and they're focused.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
So, on the floor for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court, and it's Jackson in at the point guard position. The kick out to Morris. Launches it. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Russell against Jackson. The shot by Russell, no good.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. Two important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Outside McDaniels. Looking to win the run. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. George against Edwards. Now here's George. He's closely guarded. There's Jackson with the 3. McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves trail. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Tremendous intensity from Gobert. He sees an opening and leaps up for a slam.
George outside. Yep, count it. George has got 5 points now in the quarter. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Edwards, a pass to Russell. Inside. Here's Gobert. Crafty move. And it's good on the layup.
This is where size matters. No one's stopping Gobert on that shot.
Jackson, pass to George. Back to Jackson. It's George on the wing, guarded by Edwards. Here's Leonard. That shot off. The Timberwolves go the other way with it.
And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jumper.
There's the steal. Towns down low. He's working on Morris. Towns can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from outside so far in the second quarter. George with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Russell against Jackson. Kicks it to George. Morris outside. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Jackson. This one for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
Back to George. Morris on the wing. Leonard outside. Fires the 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
36 seconds left to play in the first half. Leonard on the take. That shot is off.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Here's McDaniels. Goes back up. And George with some nice D.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Here's Leonard. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Misses from close range. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we hit. Thanks very much, Allie.
21. The Clippers, 26.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
We've got Jordan McLaughlin. Torian Prince is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's Reed in at center. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. Reed in the post. Guarded by Batum. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Noel. Crosses over. The shot won't fall. Wall with the defensive effort. And pick and rolls never more prevalent in the league than they are right now. And there's always someone the defense has to leave open in those scenarios, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you know, it's amazing. It's such a simple play, but it's so difficult to defend, especially with the shooting that we now see in the NBA and the great spacing on the floor. It's a play, as you said, every team uses and executes well in their offensive attack.
McLaughlin, shot is good.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants. Keep the ball moving.
Outside Wall. Oh, Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Wall's got his third basket on the night right there.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Here's Noel. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Ball for 3. That one no good. And Minnesota the other way with it now. Here's McLaughlin. And the layup is good off the glass. And it's now only a 5-point Clipper lead.
Oh, explosive crossover. How's that for a move?
And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did. And a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
A slam dunk by Reed.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Now here's Wall. Defense right on it. Here's Man. Misses off the left iron. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Here's McLaughlin. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Norman Powell.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And so he makes both from the line. The Clippers in the lead. Outside Wall. Pass to Batum. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall.
He can knock it down from virtually anywhere. He's had a lot of time to develop his mid-range game.
He shoots. Misses off the right iron.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Here's Covington. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Opposing defenders know what Robert Covington is capable of, giving him no room.
Robert Covington.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Here's McLaughlin. Wall covering. Outside, Anderson. Stolen by Wall. For 3, Powell. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Powell. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. The Timberwolves trail. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Edwards against Wall. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Takes a 3. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Here's Powell. Minnesota with a rebound. Russell to pass to Towns. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 4 assists now tonight.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing.
Here's Wall. And yep, it's good. Wall's got 10.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
And so it's John Wall making highlights for the Clippers. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth. The two-way threats of George and Leonard in the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. Now Jackson. George outside. And the jam by George.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Russell, the pass to Gobert. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That one on Morris. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
For me, consistent penetration the entire game, and that's given them a lot of options.
And they've been letting it rain from the mid-range. A throwback approach that's really working well for them in this one.
All alone on the break. McDaniels with it. Guarded now by George. Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Outside for Russell. He'll tie it up. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Love the decision by Gobert, finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
George, right side. Doesn't go for him. So Minnesota will take it the other way. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control. Impressive one-hand slam right there. Yeah.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Timberwolves.
Smart ball handling from them in this one. Passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
We also got to highlight how on fire they've been from three-point land. They've continued to capitalize from beyond the arc in this one.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Outside for Russell. Back to Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, no good. The Clippers shooting a nice 50% for the game. McDaniels against Leonard. Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
A decisive finish for Reggie Jackson at the rim.
The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Russell, pass to Gobert. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard. He misses the free throw.
He's an elite defensive talent in the game. The arms of Rudy Gobert just go on forever.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Leonard against McDaniels. George, right side. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Edwards against George. And it's powered home by Towns.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
George against Edwards. Jackson outside. Morris right side. And some solid defense from Towns. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That'll be a second foul of the game. Minnesota has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Jackson against Russell. Now here's Edwards. The D's right on him. Russell to pass to Towns. Yes, they get the go-ahead bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
And this is what point guards like Russell are responsible for, setting the table for his guys.
Jackson outside. Pass to Zubats. Morris outside. Jackson. Gobert passes to Russell. Down low. McDaniels with it. Outside Edwards. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. This might be a turning point.
Massive possession here.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Towns goes in. Gobert inside. Zubac there. Second chance effort. No good at the rim. George outside. Morris outside. And so it's Minnesota who scrapes